What's going on, YouTube? How you guys doing? So, Strucker K back again. I'll make another update video called video number 4. So, welcome back to my channel. This video, I'm going to do it to answer some of your comments. I have about 5 comments, questions, and I'm going to answer those. And we'll talk about those a little bit more. So, I went by the first comment up to the last one. So, the first comment was, are you an employee? Yes, I'm an employee for a company. I'm not an owner-operator, so I do work for a company. The reason why I chose this route is, if you're looking to start up in a business, you always want to know everything from the ground up. From a driver's perspective. Then to get into like owner-operator or be managing other drivers. Also in the future, it'll help out a lot, because you understand how it is, you know how it is, so you could, treat the drivers a little bit better. Not saying that, you're gonna be a bad person if you start up with a company and hire drivers, but you'll understand their point of view, where they're coming from. You kind of know when they're tired, how much they could do, stuff like that. So it's always better to start from scratch. Start as a driver for a company. That way, you kind of have an insight of the business at the same time. So how it is, where do you get loads from, how the truck operates, areas and different routes and different, if this area is busy, or, like, is New York busy? If I get a load to New York, is that a good load? Or would I rather get a load to New York or to Texas? Which one is better? It's just, stuff like that you're gonna get to see firsthand driving a truck for a company, and then it just helps you out make better decisions when you become an owner operator, or when you buy 2, 3, 4, 5 trucks and sit behind a desk and load up all the trucks and do that. So this is definitely a good experience to start up as an employee. Driving an expediter. So that would include question number 1. The second question is, there's a gentleman said, I'm 60 years old trying to get into expediting. Well, let me tell you something. It's never too late. It's never too late to start. Start as an employee for a company. See how you like it, and then buy your own truck if you see it as something you wanted to do, or buy a couple of trucks and be owner operator. It's never too late. Trucking is one of those things, as if you're a pilot. The older you are, the more experienced you are, the better it is. As of today's economy, as of right now, it's 2016. And it's kind of sad to say, but it is the truth. If you don't have a lot of insight in the business and you try to start something new, it's very difficult, especially in trucking. And especially if you're planning to, you want to just buy one truck and do your own thing. Because here's at the end of the day how it is. I work for a medium-sized company, right? So my boss, has 15 trucks, 15 drivers, and they're on the road. The way the loads kind of go is you have those big companies like, UPS, FedEx, TNS Expedite, Landstar, Load One. You get those bigger companies. So what happens is, as if you're a customer trying to ship something, right? Let's say you own a manufacturing business, right? You gotta ship car parts from point A to point B. Ship your free. All right. Now, who are you gonna call? Just you, as you don't know a lot about trucking and shipments and stuff like that. Who are you gonna call? You're not gonna call somebody you don't know or you don't recognize or you don't see. But for an average person, who he's gonna call? He's gonna call. Let me call FedEx. Let me call UPS, DHL. Let me get different pricings. If you're a little bit bigger company and you have somebody in charge of shipping, he might know a couple of the smaller companies, or the more local companies like Landstar, Schneider, Swift, stuff like that. So you're gonna call those companies. You're not gonna trust, like my company, because, we're a smaller company. We got 15 trucks. So that's the way it goes. So what you do is, they're gonna call FedEx, or they're gonna call UPS. Now, what UPS or FedEx does, if they don't have trucks available, which in most part, they don't have a truck right there to pick up that hot load. They got a driver like 6-7 hours away. So what they do is they send it to subcontractors or to brokers from UPS. So the broker would post up a load to all those smaller companies like my company. So a lot of people would bid on the loads, and the broker would choose who wants to carry that load to that UPS or FedEx customer, based on a lot of things: a number of trucks, personal experience, if they were ever late dealing with us, or if they were ever gave us a hard time, pricing, and their safety score. If they ever get, do they ever get shut down at a weight station? Do they have a lot of bad stuff with the weight station? How many trucks do they have? So safety scores and stuff like that is what the broker looks at. So, to be able to maintain that good safety score, good driver ethics, good trucks, they don't break down a lot. So that's what you got to keep maintaining as an owner, or as a business manager, or as owner of the company. So all that stuff gets into detail. So to buy your first truck and start off as you're your own boss, you have one truck and you're ready to go. Now, from a broker's points perspective, it's going to go the same way. Would the broker rather hire somebody who has one truck, that's been on the road for his company started like 1 or 2 months, or would you rather go with a company that has 15 trucks, that has a better safety score, or that's been there longer? So there comes that point in the middle. But again, if you wanted to buy your own truck, be your own boss, you could also, like they call it, not having your own authority. You'd be under a bigger company's authority. So you'll be an owner-operator under Landstar. So you kind be one of their trucks. You're not a company driver for them, but instead of them posting out a load, they're going to call you first. Does that kind of make any sense? So before Landstar says, okay, I'm going to post this load up for a different person, no, their first thing they're going to do is look for their own drivers. If they couldn't find any of their own drivers, they're going to look for their owner-operator drivers, which is, you, a person who has one truck, or you who has 2-3 trucks with the same company. If they didn't find anybody, then they're going to post it up online through a broker or something like that. So owner-operator is in two ways. You could have your own authority, or you could be under a company's authority, a bigger company's authority. Which, being under a bigger company authority, you're going to get paid. A lot of companies pay you a certain percentage of the load, or you're going to get paid just a mileage rate. So for owner-operator, you get like $1.40, $1.45 a mile as an owner-operator for that company. And you're going to pay for your own fuel. You're going to have a fuel surcharge, which is going to reimburse you for some of the fuel. And it gets into like that detail. It's a little bit more complicated. But that's another route. Either have your own authority, which is you make 100% of the load, but you're going to have to find your own loads. There's a lot of different websites you can go and register on to find free loads, to find your own loads and do that. A lot of people do that, uship.com. Pick up some weird different loads in vans, sprinters, straight trucks, even semi-trucks or flatbeds or lowboys. So there's a lot of different routes you could do that, having your own authority. So that's another question about Trucker Josh. Yeah, I do watch Trucker Josh. Trucker Josh is he's a very good guy. He mentioned me in his Periscope. I'm friends with Trucker Josh, so we get to snap each other every once in a while. He's a very good guy. He is a company driver. He does daily vlogs. He's a semi-truck driver. He drives a semi. Unlike me, I drive a straight truck. So he's out of Canada, Winnipeg, Manitoba. He drives all over Canada and the U.S. So he's a very, very cool guy. And yes, he mentioned me in his Periscope, and that was me. So, question number 4, why not do owner-operator? I kind of covered on that. Why me? I don't want to do owner-operator yet. I'm looking into it now. What I'm planning to do in the near future, I just got a promotion to be like a fleet manager with my company. So managing a lot of the drivers and doing a lot of the training. And also I got offered the opportunity of buying a truck and hiring a driver through that company. So I'll be, like you said, an owner-operator kind of under the authority of my company. So I'll have hire a truck under my company's authority. So my company's growing a lot, and it's going to have its own brokerage license very soon. So through my company, I'm going to load the truck I'm going to buy. So I'm going to hire, a couple of drivers. But for me, I just kind of got the insight now of it. I kind of get the hang of it. I know what I'm doing. I know what areas are good, what areas are bad. I know how the economy is. I know what the prices are. It's just a matter of buying a truck, building a sleeper, like you guys seen in my previous video, and hiring a good driver who's not going to give me a hard time and wants to make good money. So that's my next step in the future, near future. And I'm going to keep you guys updated in everything I do with my career too. It's not like I stopped trucking. I'm not going to do any more videos. I want to keep you guys updated, so help you guys out too in the future. What do you need to drive a straight truck? You need a Class C or a Class B. Class C, like I mentioned before, you drive a 26,000 pound gross vehicle weight, 26,000 pounds or under. A lot of the 26-foot trucks, which I drive a 26-foot truck, you could find a 26-foot truck that's under 26,000 pounds, which is a single axle. So get single axle in the back and axle in the front. That's how it kind of if it's a 26, if it's a 26,000 pound or less, which is a non-CDL, Class C chauffeur's license in Indiana, they call it. If it has two axles in the back, that is a 33,000 pounds, 33,000 pound gross vehicle weight, which requires a Class B, which is it's a CDL, but you don't have to go to school or anything like that. You basically gotta do a written test and a driving test, but you don't have to go to school for it. It's still a straight truck, but you can kind of hold more weight. The major difference I see between the Class B and the Class C trucks, which is the 26 with the Class C and the 26 with the Class B, is the 26 holds more weight. It has a bigger sleeper, like a kind of a semi-sleeper, so like a 70-inch sleeper, which is about 5 foot. It has a bigger room, a lot of room for different stuff. It's just a bigger straight truck. It's a heavy duty straight truck. Business wise,